Morning, welcome to Nigeria Now on TOS Television Network. And as always, on the show, we'll be analyzing top stories across various Nigerian newspapers this morning. I said we because I'm not doing it by myself. I have a guest analyst in the studio here to help me, review the papers. My name is Adesuwa Suyi, and to join me in analyzing top stories across Nigerian dailies this morning is Adebayo Fajimi. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very fine.
All right, so we move straight into it. I'm going to be starting with the Blueprint newspaper. The banner headline on the Blueprint newspaper there says declare bandits terrorists. Senate tells Buhari. 4 riders underneath that calls for total war against gunmen. 500 killed in Sokoto within 2 months. 50,000 flee to Niger Republic. Ohaneze can condemn killing of Akunyili, 6 others. 4 killed in fresh plateau reprisal like Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna shot Telkom. Bans motorcycle. And we can see that headline replicated on the Daily Times and the Daily Trust newspaper. So Adebayo, in your opinion, do you think that it's about time that bandits are declared, terrorists, instead of having to just call them bandits or insurgents?
Well, literally, the meaning of the two words are different. Okay. But if you look at the two words and the people perpetrating crimes in the country, they are doing the same thing. Crime is crime. There is no other word for it. So whether President Buhari declared them as terrorists or not, the issue at stake is how are we going to ensure that this comes to an end? Have we won the battle against terrorism? Have the terrorists been totally neutralized? That is the issue. So the asking President Buhari to declare them as terrorists, is not the issue.
So you don't think that make any difference? Because I don't know, some persons I actually want to know, if, in your opinion, what difference do you think it will make, or what is the implication of having to declare them terrorists?
Well, the implication might be, okay, maybe the troops can be much more aggressive, in tackling them, in taking the battle to them, unlike, maybe before they may be looking at them as maybe ordinary civilians who are just trying to, that is just the implication, but the issue is, do we have we have the political will, but do we have the requisite approach and the necessary, instrument, to take the battle to them and ensure that, this come to an end. So that is the issue. So whether you declare them as terrorists or they are bandits or so, the issue is they are perpetrating crime, they are killing people, they are destroying lives and properties. How do we ensure that we curtail this menace and it comes to an end? I think that's the issue. I think the National Assembly, should bring to table with the president, and they should both look at it. Okay,
there's this rider, the last rider underneath that headline said, like Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna shuts telecoms and bans motorcycle. The issue of having to shut down telecommunication across, eastern states. We have Zamfara, we have Katsina, and now Kaduna is doing the same thing. Do you think it's a step in the right direction?
Yes, of course. To a large extent, it will help our troops to take the battle to them and cast them out to a large extent, but it cannot totally, because we have seen these people, moving from one place to another, and the residents in those places have been raising alarm that these people already have escape routes, and as the troops are taking the battle to them, they are already moving from one place to another. So shutting telecoms, is not the only issue. Like I said, that while we are taking the battle to them to ensure that we, curtail this problem, we need to also be aware that terrorism, according to Barack Obama, he said, it is like a new ideology, and you cannot win an ideology only with gun. Yeah. You need ideas. So you need new things. And the issue is, if we try to look at this issue holistically, what led us to this stage? So I think while we are doing that, we should also be taking drastic approach to ensure that what led us to this stage do not repeat itself. Anything apart from that, honestly, we are just going to be doing it, and at the same, unfortunately, we are not going to get any result, because if we do not address the issue that led us to this place, and we are trying to fight the war, as we are fighting it, the same thing will still be repeating itself. And of course, you will just discover that we are not, the fight is not making any difference.
Okay, so let's move over to the Daily Trust newspaper. It's still basically on the issue of security and insecurity, but it's just not the banner headline. It says recruitment into security agencies politicized, and that's coming from Governor Zulum. What's your take on that?
No.
Do you think that's one of the issues we're having with the security agencies in Nigeria? Because having to say, look, they're politicizing even recruitment into this security agency, and maybe that's why they're not even being effective.
Yes, it's part of it. But if you Nigeria, it's you know, as a nation, you know, the best have not always been, you know, in the good position. Do you understand? Everything is being politicized. You have nepotism, corruption here and there. So before you can get to a particular place, except you know somebody, and you know, if you don't know anybody, you cannot get there, and it is somebody that knows somebody somewhere who gets, you know, what he or she desires. So it is one of the things that is really affecting us. How do you expect, you know, a system that has somebody who is a rogue, who is a tout from the street, and because he has somebody, you know, in the top position, and they just get his way, and somebody who really desire, who was willing to serve, you know, meritoriously, and because he doesn't know any person, and you know, he will not get there. So it is part of what is affecting the system, and until we are able to curtail this and ensure that, you know, the best person gets to, you know, where he or she desire without knowing anybody, we will not make, you know, we are not going to make the desired progress.
All right, moving away from that to the Nigerian News Direct, and quite a number of interesting headlines on the Nigerian News Direct. The banner headline there says, Buhari removes Awulu, nominates Farouk Ahmed on NPRA board. Experts hail Farouk Ahmed, ex-MD, PPMC, ex-ES, But the headline that caught my eye is on the Lekki toll gate shooting of October 2020. And it says, military never fired live high-velocity projectiles at NSAS protesters, forensic expert. Now, this is one issue that caused a fracas across the country, you know, during the NSAS protest, and even went international, you know, the Lekki toll shooting, and there were reports that the military came and fired live rounds and all of that. But now the forensic is saying, after a year, that the military didn't actually do that. What's your take?
There are many reports we have read about this, and we cannot underestimate the effect of the social media, especially how social media, you know, was used to influence, you know, things. Well, my take is whatever has happened has happened. I think what our leaders should do now is how they are going to ensure that such carnage and you know, such anarchy do not repeat itself, because it was a horrible experience that, you know, a nation should not ever experience again. So whatever has happened, they should painstakingly, you know, they should try to painstakingly address this issue and ensure that, you know, such situation do not repeat itself, because it's a controversial issue, and you know, the Lagos State government are also, you know, still making effort to ensure that, you know, everybody who is concerned, and even the governor has said that whoever has evidence and say, okay, see, I am a victim of, you know, so that particular, you know, scenario, should come out. And so what I think government should do, you know, is they should ensure that whatever has happened has happened, because even whatever report, you know, these people, you know, bring out, and some people will still not be satisfied.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So I think what government should do is just to ensure that, you know, at all levels, this kind of anarchy should not repeat itself again.
All right, okay, and that's it for analyzing papers, but I'm just going to run through other front pages this morning. The front page of the Business Day newspaper says COVID-19 wipes out $5.5 billion from value of Africa's top brands. Nigeria's top companies represent 6% of brand value. Foreign insurers recapitalize on renewed confidence in sector. Rising maintenance costs drives Nigerian Airlines to Ethiopia. CEOs of MTN, Custodian Investment, DLM Capital speak at Business Day CEOs Forum. And then the Daily Independent, the banner headline is still on declaring bandits terrorists. It says Senate to Buhari, declare bandits terrorists, wage total war. quite a number of other headlines across various newspapers here. Just get yourself a copy of any or all of these papers and read up on all of these stories so you can be fully abreast of everything that's happening in the country. Or you can check out our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, for more on all of these stories. You can also follow TOS TV Network across all social media platforms. That's TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to TOS TV Network on YouTube so you don't miss out on an amazing lineup of programs that we have there for you. Thank you so much for watching Nigeria Now today. My name is Ade Suwalsoyi. See you tomorrow.